If you experience a rough idle, loss of power, or a misfire, your diagnostic tool might indicate a bad ignition coil. Luckily, replacing the coil is a job you can do yourself.
I'm going to show you how to replace it on this episode of Kobalt in the Garage. I'm Sergio Lugo, and this is Kobalt in the Garage.
Your vehicle's ignition coil sits in the engine bay and provides high voltage needed for your spark plugs to fire. Replacing it only requires a few simple tools. For this repair, we'll need a 7mm socket, a 3-inch extension, a ratchet, and of course, a new ignition coil. Let's get started. You'll need to pop your hood and gather your tools. First, I'll remove the spark plug wires from the top of the coil by hand, keeping track of each wire's proper position. Next, I'll take my ratchet, socket, and extension and loosen the 3 bolts that hold the vehicle's ignition coil in place. Once loose, you can unscrew them the rest of the way by hand and set aside.
So now that I've removed the old ignition coil, we're going to install the new one.
The new ignition coil is installed in reverse order. First, put the coil in place and screw in the bolts by hand. You can tighten them using your ratchet and extension. With the coil secured, you just need to reattach the spark plug wires in the same configuration as they were before we started. Now, our installation is complete.
With the ignition coil installed and the check engine light turned off, we're ready to get back on the road.
With a fresh ignition coil, my vehicle runs much better. Happy driving!